Hello and welcome to another episode of Kenshi. My name is Tobal, and we are about to send Beep on another mission to go hunting, although right now I'm just enjoying all these people outside of our gates trying to beat the crap out of each other. Our gate and fence line is coming along quite nicely. The stone production is high. We've got all of the refineries going. We've got the stone refinery here. I think this is another stone processor. We were going to wait until we had a bit more power that was a bit more reliable, because at this point we have a problem where the power situation is not quite the best, because we have to get some batteries up and the wind comes and goes as it decides and pleases. So either way, our fighters are kind of spread around base. Everyone's doing pretty well in terms of defense. I don't think we are having too many issues. Our dogs are really helping out, I believe, especially Diana, of course, who does something like 100 damage per hit. So she is quite a beast, literally. Everyone else is waiting around until the power kind of gives them enough to work with. So the next thing we're going to research as soon as we can get more books is going to be one of the biofuel methods, where we're able to use some of these fuels over here, like cactus, or I believe green fruit is a really good one. And honestly, we were able to even have a good amount of we have one of our crops is like a crop yield of 10%, which was cotton. It still gave a pretty decent output. So I actually think that I want to drop another farm. I want to try, just for science, we'll say it's for science, let's drop a vegetable farm right here next to whatever happens to be here. I think that's hemp or cotton. I think it's cotton, actually. So we're going to drop a veggie farm. We already have 60 spare green fruit, so they should be able to make that. Thendu should be able to make that. I want to see if that is something we can use for the biofuel production, because you can use green fruit in biofuel production. We'll take a look at that, but it is nighttime and it's time for Beep to come out of hiding. Tonight, I specifically want to raid some of these shops that tend to have books in them. Oh, finally the guards are back guarding the actual doors in the stairwell, so we have to be a little bit careful here about how we go about sneaking into this shop. I think I'm going to preemptively send one of the archers who has a backpack down to Beep. Let's actually give these pants. I forgot that we had recently defeated well, we didn't defeat them per se. We had a lot of help, but we did have some fighting going on with the Band of Bones. Was that it? Bag of Bones? Band of Bones? Who are our friends from the southwest? A Band of Bones. And we were able to kind of make use of the city guards and Squin and come up with a resolution to that problem. I'm going to send Alice over to Stack. We're going to send her outside the city, of course, so I don't get her stuck into a building and everyone gets pissed. Okay, perfect. So let's have Beep try to... We'll probe the defenses here. We'll come around the corner and try to rush up to this gatehouse. Excellent. That's what we wanted. We wanted this guy to be none the wiser that Ninja Beep is on the prowl. I need to get him some ninja clothes. Maybe I'll try to steal some of those coming up. I could even try to steal from our good friends, the Shinobi allies. The Shinobi Thieves, which are our allies, but that's okay. You know what? I really like the strategy, by the way, of knocking the innkeeper out completely. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and pick these chests to see what's in it, to see, number one, if there's anything worth stealing. I'm going to pick up the speed just a notch. Look at that, Beep, already in there. So it's just generic stuff here. I love that he's getting to pick safes. We really want him to pick the really hard safes so he can keep getting that lock-picking skill higher and higher, because there's a lot of high-level safes out there that we want to explore. I mean, Beep could just become, the world's greatest thief, and I love that idea too. He's such a tiny little guy. Rather than make him like some expert fighter, I almost wish you could give him like tiny little daggers. Like he's basically the rogue in D&D. You know what? Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so completely random aside while we sit here and watch Beep do this. I have a two-shot coming up in locally here. My friends are going to run a D&D 5e campaign. Well, just a two-shot. We've got a weekend. We're going to play two back-to-back. And I've been wanting to play like a monk. I wonder if I can find what's the closest race in D&D 5e with all the books that looks like Beep. Because we can do something like, we can do orc, goblin, gnome. It's kind of like in a deserty area. So dragonkin, lizard folk, and oh, the guys with the tails that are kind of fiendish. Why can't I remember that right now? I'll get there eventually. It's what Taliesin plays on Critical Role and Jester. But that race as well. And I wonder, I might make someone like Beep. Like maybe I'll do a monk or I'll do a rogue. So, and I literally will name him Beep. I think that's what I'm going to do. As tribute to our wonderful hero, I think I'm actually going to make a character. I'll show you guys. I'll take a picture and put it up on our Discord of the actual character sheet when I'm done before this playthrough. It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so I'm not finding anything book related. Oh, there's some books. They're actually just sitting out in random barrels. That's funny. What else do we have here? Some more chainmail sheets are actually worth quite a bit. They're worth 2.5k. So those might not be too shabby. Wow, this is spread all over the place. I'm going to have to steal from a lot of different containers, so I might try to knock this guy out. Let's give it a shot. Nice. Well done, Beep. You just thunked this guy over the head. You got not an invincible chance. Oh, actually, it is an invincible chance. You have a 100% chance to steal right now. This is the Beep we know and love, guys. This is Ninja Beep at his finest. I am leaving some items that are worth a good deal of money, I know, but my priority right now is only to get the... Uh-oh. Who caught us, actually? Was it this guard? Ha. Oh, did this guy wake back up again? He fell asleep. How long does the KO last? Okay, let's knock him out again. Oh, he's only unconscious for 22 seconds. That's my fault. Okay, quick, Beep, go. Well, run like the wind, buddy. We need to get as much goodies from these places as we can. What's theirs is mine, what's mine is mine, and what's Beep's is his, so it's great. We'll grab that too. Isn't there also... Okay, so I've got most of those. Did I check these here? He's a little slower now. He's starting to get encumbered with all the goodies he's been carrying. This guy's unconscious for 14 more seconds. There's some bags or barrels back here I didn't get to yet. Leather is fine. We've got tons and tons of leather. Are there any books laying out? I don't see any books laying out. Now, probably, are there some more things here upstairs by the guards? Are there no guards up here? Interesting. These are only storage for specific items, though. So I don't think... Yeah, that even says it's empty in the tooltip. So I don't think we're going to be able to steal from that. Oops, sorry about that. So I think we got what we wanted here. We got most of... we cleared them out pretty well. Let's take a look at... Is it the same thing? The shop counter? It is. What do you have on you? You're unconscious, so what you got on you, buddy? Do you have, like, 1,000 cats? You're crap. Okay. Alright. Whoops. We gotta be a little careful. Someone is randomly taking the guard position to get outside. It is 2:50 a.m. We've had a good portion of the night spent. Ooh! Didn't even see that other guard. The other guard was like... He blinked, and Beep just blew on right past him. Okay, so we've got that shop. I think I've already done... Haven't we already done the chain shirt shop before? I think we did. I don't think there's anything super great for Beep. I don't think I remember seeing any ninja clothes, for example. We want to get over to this trader, so let's give him a move order. I think we can actually just run right past this guy. Maybe not, but it is pitch black. And, you know, it is Beep. Beep the Ghost. What's his good nickname? Is it like... Beep the Ninja just sounds so lame. The Beep of the Wind, if you guys are into the King Killer Chronicles. Name of the Wind, Beep of the Wind. Alright, let's try to run him right up the stairs here. He literally bumped that guy, and the guy's like, it's probably just me. I probably just fell forward in a strong wind. That's right, buddy. I feel like Beep is becoming part Jedi, too. He's able to tell people, no, you didn't feel anything. That was just the wind. This guy's just deciding to leave his post. Not a really good guard, personally, that's my opinion. Alright, so we're again in another store. Let's go ahead and go right into the... Ooh, now this guy actually has a harder stealth KO. Is it because he's got friends upstairs? Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to run upstairs. And we're going to try to pick this... What is nothing? Just go back to sleep. Okay. We're going to try to pick this one right next to these guys. A bunch of rugs. Nothing actually super valuable. How hard is it to knock these guys out? Wow, it's nigh impossible. Apparently, Beep just is not beefy enough to do that. Okay, nothing super great upstairs, so at least that's taken care of. That's out of the picture. Let's come back down. I guess we can't knock this guy out. I mean, we probably could, but a 30% chance is not something I want to do unless we're about to leave the place. So let's try to pick everything. Let's see what Beep uncovers here. Ooh, lots of grog. That's not a bad thing to do. Hey, has our fence showed up? Yeah, Alice is right here. We'll have a back alley meeting again. All right, let's have you lock pick the safe as well. He started running with a sword. I got a little bit nervous. This guy right here. I got a little bit upset that Beep was about to get shredded. Lots and lots of grog. 63 chance to steal all these. I really do want to try to knock this guy out, but man, a 33% chance to knock someone out is not great. I could probably do something like a smash and grab on this one, guys. We basically just go... We unlock everything so it's ready to go. We just go ham, and then maybe we make Beep run back to his previous spot behind the shack, and we'll meet up with Alice and drop the goodies off. That seems like a pretty solid plan. Right now, you know, Alice is not under any suspicion, of course. Man, there are a lot of locked chests in here that don't have much in them. I don't like that he's actually... He's under the sun right now. Under the sun. He's under the light right here. And that guard's coming over. I think we've got a blocked line of sight. I'm not 100% sure. We actually need to get to that chest as well. Let's close this door. Just to make sure nothing buggy happens with line of sight. Oh, goodness. Come on. Okay, perfect. I like how we keep seeing, like, our little icons flash, and then, like, the person just instantly gets gibbed by all of our defensive force here. Nice. We've almost got this entire wall by Says all locked off. That is exciting. I'm so excited. I'm going to be so happy when we can shut this whole thing down and just never go see anyone ever again unless we're ready to go outside. Okay, there were a couple of books in the other chest. Let's make sure there's nothing lying about. A boot, if you will. And boot. Not so much, not so much. Okay. Let's try to give this guy a good knockout, because if we do, it's going to get our skill in assassination up a notch or two. So he's at 15.2%. Let's try to stealth KO this guy. We failed, and he actually raised the alarm. That's probably the worst thing to have happen. So right now, Beep has not been spotted. So I think we need to get out. Now I kind of regret. Do you actually wake anyone up, or are you just going to go right back to bed? He doesn't see me. Damn, we got caught stealing. Let's go ahead and get out of here and maybe come back in if he goes back to sleep. I'll just open the door. Nothing's happening. Oh, he is calling the guards now. Let's have Beep run away for a second. Let's just see what happens, because they never really saw Beep. They never saw what he was doing if he can't vanish, and he did vanish. So I'm not sure what the trigger is for getting a crime on your head, basically getting a bounty. We'll try to come back in here. Now, this guy might be really super high strung and not let us back in. But either way, I do want to kind of take the risk. You know what? Let's bring Alice down right now. Beep is running really slowly with all the books he's got, I think. I will absolutely bring Beep home after this and work on his strength, because he is getting very over-encumbered very, very, very quickly. So we need to bump Beep's strength up quite a bit. So we'll put him through the same training as Says had earlier. Let's see if we can sneak in here real fast. The guy actually went back to sleep, which is amusing. Where was all his books? He had a lot of books in one particular chest. I think it was this one or the one over here. Okay, so it must have been this one. I'm going to try to grab a stack of books. I'm just going to spam it as much as possible. So he's already awake, so he sees us, so we're just taking everything we can. Now it's turning into a smash and grab, and I'm glad we're in this spot, because we have all of these bins around us that we can open without having to move, except all of these kind of suck. What had chainmail? Didn't something have chainmail in it that I wanted to take too? Let's go over to this chest on our way out of here. It might have been a different location. I don't really want to go up where the light is. I could go into these two chests. I don't believe they had a ton of things. Let's just see what happens. He's really quick. Normally there's like a downtime between when you're stealing stuff and when someone can actually see you. We'll do this as well. He's going to be so slow running out of here. Beep is just a crazy drunk. Let's try to get the... Let's try to get the chainmail if we can, because the chainmail is worth more than the grog is at this point. I hope Beep can get out of here, though. That's going to be a problem. He's so friggin' slow. No one's really running at him yet. Ooh, 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 careful, careful, careful. The problem is he's got this committing crime thing. So if anyone spots him... Dang, we really need to get out of here. I don't know. This isn't a guard, right? This is just a Holy Nation guy, but this is a guard coming up. Let's see if Beep can, like, ninja his way around this corner real quick. Oh my gosh, that's nuts. Okay, so let's try to... So they're trying to spot him, and they immediately goes red because they know what he's doing, I guess. But they haven't really broken through his stealth. So he hasn't fully been detected as far as I can tell. So let's do a quick trade with Alice. I love that Alice is the fence right now. So we'll give Alice all the goodies that Beep just got. So now Beep is like, you know, run with the wind again. Now we're going to have Alice run back to the outpost. What's this guy doing? Static town guard. I don't think he's chasing us actively. Let's keep moving Beep around. I think I'm going to have him run out the front door while there's still a little bit of stealth left because it's not fully morning. He might get spotted on his way out of town, but that's okay. Yep, okay, so he's fully spotted now. They're unhappy about it. They're probably going to get a shot in. Hopefully they won't take him out. Serpentine, Beep. Serpentine! He's so fast. He's so fast, guys. So a couple people also have been giving us a tip here about how to make Beep even faster. And apparently, there are some scout legs. They are attachments. They are prosthetics that you can attach to people that give them a very hardcore running boost. So, come on, dude. What is your pathing problem right now? I'm not even giving you that hard of an order. It's like just down the hill. I'm going to have Beep swing by the hub and see if he's got any more luck with that chest that's inside the hub shop. And if not, maybe he'll just try to knock the guard out at this point. Beep is feeling pretty ballsy, so he might give that a go. But yeah, so somebody was mentioning that we could actually remove Beep's legs. Now, granted, we're all very partial to Beep, and we don't want to cause Beep any harm. But if it's for his own good, you know, I think he'll forgive us for it. I think he will. But we want to try to think about maybe doing the scout legs on Beep to increase the speed that he runs at. So it's a thought. We'll see how you guys feel about it. We'll promise Beep that we'll try to be as gentle as we can, and we'll try not to completely, you know, break all of his legs. Tiny, have you been kicking some ass over here? There's like an ex-slave that's just sitting here dying. I really need to get the throw out of town order, but we don't really have a gate that can throw people out of town. Also, I don't want to make anything that opens and closes the gate nonstop. Well, I guess once the gate is shut, we won't have that problem anymore, will we? But Beep is running at... Oh, he finally did get a bounty. He is now wanted in the United Cities for the Holy Nation for theft. Oh, that's so awesome. Beep is a wanted man, or a wanted hive man. Alright, Beep. You're starting to become pretty hardcore, pretty wanted. You're basically like Bonnie and Clyde all in one. Maybe not at that level just yet. So, I think last time we were able to get behind this guy because we're Beep. Right? And then we were able to get over here because we're Beep as well. Welcome, friend. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Damn it. We can actually pick this, I think, now. So let's try to trigger this. We'll try to do this a couple times to break their vision of us. And then we want to try to get in this corner without this guy really seeing us and changing his facing. Damn it. I mean, how hard is it to knock these guys out? Yeah, I think they're so high level that we can't really knock him out. How did we do this last time? Was it because he's so fast? Is it a upper or downer here? Boy, they're spotting him instantly too. It might be because it's so bright outside, so maybe if it's darker, he'll have a bit of a bonus coming into this building to try to get to that safe. We'll do it one more shot here. It's almost like there's no chance, though. As soon as he's in the building, boom, they see him. Yeah, he's turning whatever direction Beep is. This guy's turning to see him, so we're not going to be able to sneak in here just yet. That's fine. Why don't we I don't really want to piss off the hivers. I mean, I do, but I don't. Isn't there a city somewhere? Well, we also don't want to piss off the Shek, because we are in their territory. I don't care about Holy Nation as much anymore. Bad Teeth doesn't really have a ton of options. That's, you know what, let's bring back Beep back home. I did say I want to work on his strength for a bit. So we'll send him through the basic training where we have him over encumbered, and he has to, pull a bunch of rocks around to get his strength up. Alice should be coming home pretty soon. She's just around the corner. We'll finish up a couple of technologies that we've been waiting on. And let's drop those off into the research bench with Klob the scientist, Dietrich's the Iron Chef. I'm digging our group, guys. I'm really liking how well everything is kind of synergizing right now. What a fun word. Energy. Okay. By the way, this episode of Kenshi is brought to you in part by Monster Energy Drinks, which keeps me going day after day. I don't have a sponsorship, but boy, I really drink a lot of them. Alright, so we've got some chainmail to sell. We've got some grog to sell at some point. Let's look at the tech tree. What did I say we wanted to look at? So what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to research all of the training things in the hopes of unlocking the advanced training dummies that let you get things up to 70. But I believe you have to have all the prerequisites, so I'm hoping maybe this is it, once I do lockpick training 2, and it doesn't give you a bunch more once you go to tech level 4, which we can't do for a bit. So electronics is our current problem. So we have biofuel distillery for wheat straw. Oh, wheat straw or green fruit. Okay. Well, let's do that either way. We'll need biofuel. We already have batteries, but this would increase the output. We actually want to increase the capacity more than anything. We could do light wind generators. They'll give us steady wind even when there's not a strong wind, because these big ones have to have a certain amount of wind to even turn on. That costs 4 books. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious about how I'm spending these books right now. Farming-wise, we wanted to do grog or rum. If we have water, we have cactus. Sounds good. Let's do rum. That's going to be our big money maker coming up down the road. We've already got the weapon stuff. I think we're being held up a little bit by the next tech level. So we are going to have to send our main squad out down the road and have them go get some ancient science books. But for the moment, that is not quite a concern. Thendu, what are you up to, bud? You're way out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, you were building. That makes sense. So Beep, you are going to shadow... Let's see. Who's doing all the running? Is that Seacreth right now? Nope, he's just working the iron resource. I do want to make sure the bronze squad is on passive with block orders. Also, I forgot that someone told me in the comments that you need to have jobs enabled for your main squad to go sleep and rest. So I'm not sure if they've done that, that we've already had that, enabled and they've all healed them. They are all healed up, which is great. So maybe they've done that on their own when I gave them new jobs. But thank you guys so much for your tips. Again, that's really what's helping me get through a lot of hurdles here and getting around a lot of these questions is everyone in the comments really helping out with their knowledge of the game. I think there's people everywhere. There's like dead, dying people left and right. Let's go ahead and drop down a furnace for the corpses, if we can do that. I think it's under defense, is it not? I swear I've seen it before. Is it under crafting? I thought it was under defense. Maybe I'm just losing my mind these days. Corpse generator under power. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, we'll stick a little corpse Jenny. I'd be great if they could actually run... oh god, that's so twisted. You can get some power based on donating your, corpses to it. Lovely. So, you know what? We haven't touched much in a while in terms of crafting. Well, we can't because our power situation is so kind of dire per se, but we are really lacking in the processing department because these buildings haven't been running for a very long period of time. Okay, so let's get back to what I was doing with Beep before I got distracted by the shiny thing factor. So Beep, who is running around doing gathering jobs? Wasn't it Wyatt that was doing that? You've got a bunch of hauling jobs. I want you to take also take copper, stone, iron, building materials, iron plates, and steel plates. Now you're going to be running all over creation right now. So I'm going to have Beep pick up a body. And that should encumber you. How much are you encumbered right now? You're encumbered by a good bit. Let's go ahead and actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Let's drop the body instead. And let's just overwhelm Beep with a bunch of iron, just like the good old days with everybody else. So we'll have Beep get a crap ton of iron on him. What's his weight at now? It's at... Oh, he actually dropped it off because he doesn't have an order. Okay, I have to be pretty quick about that. And so we have to do... Immediately give him a new order, which is to probably bodyguard Wyatt. That way he never stays away from Wyatt. Cool. Now you're actually super encumbered, and now you're going to be following Wyatt and wherever Wyatt goes. So there should always be some movement, even if it's like going from here to there. Beep always the stay close command is actually very, very close in terms of distance. So he's always going to be trying to catch up to Wyatt. So this is perfect. This is what we want to do with Beep. We want to build his strength up so he can kind of run a little faster when he's loaded down with loot. Laura, what are you doing? Did we leave her down here when we had the that latest raid, or did I misclick somewhere? Well, either way, we'll send her back up to the outpost. She's a bit stuck. You're still a bit stuck. Are you actually legit stuck in here somehow? It's like she's not getting the order to run up here. There she goes. Okay, good. We can't be without our archers, guys. I think I'm going to... we're still doing all the walls. You know what? I'll leave that until our walls are done. Then I'll go ahead and build up the rest of this building. And I might rearrange the way we're doing our smithing and our processing of our industry here. I need to have the clothing manufacturer. Yeah, I might do leather and clothing and hats all in the same place. And anything that's metal-based, I'll have it in this building over here. So it'll be our metal versus our leather and cloth working shop. How are we doing on raw meat? Because I see a herd of goatees running around here. Okay, so we got tons and tons of cooked food. We are crashing, guys. I'll be right back as soon as I fix it. Okay, I think we're back again. I actually started the video, crashed again, and came back a second time. So luckily I've been hitting quick save every 3 seconds. So Beep is back to following Wyatt. Our tech tree is developed up. It almost seems like when I look at Dietrich, I'm crashing. So maybe Dietrich, you're the weakest link here, and you're bad luck for us. No, you're not. You're cooking our food, but let's test it out. Here we go. Let's look at Dietrich's. Okay, I looked at this. I mean, maybe it's not that, but boy, we are having some crashing in this particular area. So I don't know if it's one of the mods triggering or what, but I think what I don't remember if I mentioned this episode or that very tiny amount that I've recorded before the next crash, but we have a Shek Challenger group coming up here shortly, and I haven't seen that happen yet. So we'll have to see if that's something we can fight off or not. And what I was trying to do before the crash is find a new person to help out with doing farming. So obviously Thendu's always doing engineering, and he'll be doing engineering for quite some time. I don't know how you block a punch with a sword. That'd be terribly painful. They should take damage if Thendu successfully blocks, honestly. But Thendu's on his own job. Stork and Kai aren't doing anything, and honestly, well, I don't really want to make them farmers because, number one, they have a racial XP negative to it, and number two, they're going to be doing nothing but constructing, or rather manufacturing down the road. Says is working copper. Do we have an overage in anything? We've got 70 iron. We're full on copper. Okay, you know what? Says, let's borrow you for a bit. What's your skill at? You're really a good laborer, though. Do we have anyone else that's good at farming? We can't really use Rin because her leg is not of high enough quality to let her run around fast. Yeah, no one else is like super high speed, so that means we could just use anyone really. Thendu is, but Thendu's going to be doing the engineering job for quite a bit of time. What about our Dr. Klopp? Oh, he's also our scientist, which he'll be doing that for a bit too. Well, I mean, it's not... I don't think Stone is overwhelmed at this point. He just has a lot of farms to manage, is what my concern is. We also need to enable this other wheat farm pretty soon. We need 60 wheat straw in order to build up this wheat farm. We don't have that yet, so after the next harvest we will have that. We're about to have a harvest of hemp, which we're probably going to have to reinvest in that same hemp farm to make it a larger one. Actually, do we have a hemp barrel yet? We have 26 hemp, so this needs to get harvested, and then I'll probably upgrade this one. In fact, I think I meant to do this last episode, but I did not. So we'll have to take care of that. We'll also have to do the other options, which is the cactus farm. We need to up that as well. We have 22 cactus right now, and it takes... This one just harvested. Let's actually upgrade this one with 10, so that I'll go to a medium cactus farm. I think we're okay right now on food because we have all this raw meat that came from having those the sheeples that came through. So they'll take care of us for the moment. They will be our sustenance, and that should last us for quite a while. Then once we get more cactus, we can start making pretty creative meals, I think. We don't have the iron plates to really get back into manufacturing yet. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that they've been processing steel. That's right, Golis has been doing that. That's okay, though, because we're going to have a stockpile of steel. You only can store up to 25, and I'm not going to add another storage. So once this hits 25, and this hits its maximum output, Golis will stop processing steel, which is okay. We just want to have a decent supply. That's why we're using so many of the iron plates. That's where all the iron plates are going, back into the steel development. But it'll be nice to have a stockpile for that. Oh, you know what? Now that we do have a stockpile, we could put down a weight bench. Iron plate, steel bar, building materials. It trains up to 60 in strength. Now, the thing is, I want a ton of these. I want to be able to train a whole squad, or maybe half a squad at a time. You know what? We've got enough for it. Let's do it. Let's set up the unbroken workout training facility. Let's do it. We're gonna set it up on top because that's where most of the space is, and we'll do something like so. I wish there was a grid system. More than many things in life, I wish there was a grid system in Kenshi. World peace, starving children being fed, and a grid system in Kenshi. That's kind of my my top 3. So we're going to do 5 weight benches, and what we'll do is we'll rotate half of the A-listers through that every so often, and the rest of them will stay on guard duty. Although the guard... I love that they're all chasing the one dog that managed to get a limb. That's so freaking cute. So... Are these all our dogs? Diana's like too good. Like, look at this. Diana's like... She's like, children will be children. I honestly wonder if it's a thing about being a pup or not. No, because Gimli's chasing... And Gimli's an adult. Wow, Gimli got adult status. That's awesome. Actually, are they all adults except for some of the newer pups? That's great. We are really getting this dog squad in good order. We also could have everyone give a bodyguard command to... Who was it? Who's doing the running? Wyatt as well? So that they're constantly working on their athletics, although it looks like they've all got really high athletics anyway, so that's not too big of a concern. Dietrich, why aren't you cooking, bud? What's going on here? Did you run out of meat? Did you run out of storage? Are you just feeling a little bit confused and dazed? Might be any of those. Oh, he's actually doing protect allies. I thought... Oh, I must have done this before the crash. I gave everyone a passive order again. On the main, the bronze squad. We'll take them off passive if we ever need to desperately use them as a backup defense force. But for the most part, I want to keep everyone very focused on their job. Okay, continuing to smash F5 for quick saving because we had all those crashing issues. Alright, so we'll give Golis a follow-up order, by the way. If Golis runs out of steel, or if he's not able to process any more steel, we'll have him go... he can't help out at the mine. We'll have him go extract iron. That'll be fine. So if Golis can no longer make steel plates, he'll go out and help out at the iron extraction, which is good. I really get a little tired of the dog jealousy, limb jealousy thing. I went ahead and did this as well. We always have a high number of buildings that have messed up data for the saves. So I'm concerned if is that a long-term, like, always happening kind of a thing. Let's see how good Diana can just wreck this guy's face. He's he's dodging pretty well there. He's managing to dodge Diana's attacks, but you can't stop the hurricane that is the Diana anger. So now that we understand where our iron plates are going, we could look at queuing back up the weaponsmithing. Although we are short on fabric, aren't we? So we need to do something about fabric. I think we wound up getting a hemp loom, right? Yeah. That's going to be needed. That's actually someone's going to have to run that thing. Unless, can we have that be automated? Not yet. I don't think we can have that automated yet. There is an option for automating the processing of all of those hemp and cotton items. This is automated mining, which would be nice, but we're not really after that yet. Here it is, guys. We unlocked it by putting everything in the queue. This is the advanced fighting training dummies. This is the mod that lets you put down everything where you are able to train to like level what have you. Oh, this is nice. Can I skip everything else? Or is it an actual prerequisite? Oh, that's so funny. I mean, I paid for everything else, so I'll probably keep it. We'll go ahead and add rum. We'll add the important things up here. We'll keep all the other training dummies below it. Here's the advanced fighting training. Did I not do that right? There it goes. Oh, I grabbed the wrong advanced training dummy. But yeah, the advanced fighting training. Maybe we have to research that, then we get the next one. Or maybe this is everything, and I just can't even scroll down. But this is the mod that I've been talking about and basically just raving about since I picked it up. It'll let us train any stat way up to like 60 or 70 by just having someone work on it. So this is how you really can power through your group. Now, some people say it's, it's gamey, it's this or that, but I mean, look at how long it took us to get to it. We already have a pretty well developed main squad. This is average. This is very early to mid game, in terms of our stats right now. 22 strength, 30 dexterity. This is not anything to write home about. They're good enough right now to defend us from very common meh attacks, like dust bandits or slavers or something. So using these training devices is really going to help push us into that next level of having a super strong squad. So I am super excited about that. We still have 10 cactus. This is almost finished. Our veggie farm. Where's that new cotton farm? Or this is the veggie farm. Sorry, I put down the veggie farm. It's still going to harvest 49 plants. That's still a lot from just doing the veggies. So that's not shabby by any means. We can use it to, make some fancy meals and whatnot. Okay, so cotton farm is also still providing us with a good number of plants here. So I'm pretty happy, even though this gave us a 10% yield. Maybe it's not what, maybe there's more to be said here, more than meets the eye when it comes to this. I think we got our harvest of hemp, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our hemp farm to a medium. I will go ahead and drop down the processing for the hemp, because that's what we're going to use to make fabric, I hope. I think that's what my goal was, is to make hemp-based fabrics, so we can continue on with our crafting of weapons and things like that. How many fabric pieces do we have? We only have 10. We have a ton of leather, though. We have literally a ton of leather. Holy cow. Oh, Rin still had that tanning order, so she must have been going crazy with skins. We actually have too much. Someone did post in Discord a link to a mod that's a very simple double storage mod. I might look into that. It should double the capacity of most of these storage containers without doing anything to backpacks. So I don't think that's as cheesy as I would imagine. That's kind of what I'm looking for. A little bit of a doubling would be nice, so that we don't break the job like it is right now. By the way, can you make anything now that we've researched a bunch of stuff? You can make the hats. Okay, let's make 4 hats. Why not? Because you know what? We don't want you to do the leather armor crafting. We want that to be Kai's thing. Oh shoot! You know what? I gave the wrong order, because we wanted Kai to be the one who's doing the leather crafting and tanning. Because Kai has the boost to it. So Kai's going to be the one who's doing our armor smithing. He actually already has a very, very high armor smithing score. Rin's is not even as high as that. And Stork, of course, has been working on the weapons. And we'll actually give him the weaponsmith job, although we really haven't made anything in a while. Oh man, having some Naganatos would be so much fun. It just depends on which direction we want to go next. Do we have a clothing bench? Did we actually make one? I don't think we did. We were talking about doing it in the next building, but since we have the space, and I was wanting to look at getting clothing bench. Here it is. I was talking about wanting to get ourselves a uniform for everyone, basically, and the clothing bench will let you do a lot of things that give you stealth bonuses. So this will be really good for Beep, especially. But we may need special hive clothing recipes for beepers. So we'll have to see about that. Either way, continuing to smash F5 here because I'm so scared of getting another damn crash. I don't think we're overwhelmed on farming yet. Stone is doing a decent job of it. You were harvesting cacti here. So as soon as he finishes this harvest, I'm going to reinvest those cacti into this farm by expanding it up to a medium size. How's your strength doing, Beep? Not that great. Is it because you're not moving that far, or maybe we've not been running the game really fast, I guess, so it's not been a long time since we started it. We have our first weight bench done. Let's go ahead and who do we want to? I'm gonna put the main group in here. I've been debating this. I was thinking about maybe just pulling Tobal out and putting him in the bronze squad to help out around the base. Maybe that's where people who get injured in combat go to kind of quote unquote retire. They have a little bit easier, and then maybe we'll trade out. We'll do a couple of runs for recruits, for raw recruits for the bronze squad, and we'll trade out some of our fighters and make them join into the main unyielding fighting squad. We'll have to see, but right now I'm going to send Jackson over to the weight bench to work out for a while. It's time, Jackson. It's time you hit the benches, bud. Let's take a look at how this looks. I think they just sit here, and yeah, they actually have a random, like, you know, you're at a mine, you're doing your mining action. That's kind of funny. There's a mod out there that trains your acrobatics or dexterity or something like that. It's actually kind of like the martial arts Bruce Lee punching, rotating wooden block that has like arms and legs on it, so you can smack it and block and it rotates. And there's actually an animation with that too, which is kind of cool. But I think it's limited to something like 13, points or so. While I'm thinking about it, let's also put some ramps in here so that our defenders can actually get to their turrets once we have the turrets. And we'll put a wall over here on the back in case we ever have to go to the back wall for any reason. And maybe something up here too, just for ease of use. I don't know if that's ever going to work out or be needed. The other thing I wanted to do was the crossbow crafting bench while I'm thinking of crafting items. It's getting a bit crowded in here, I know, but we are going to remodel once we have more buildings. But for the moment, we're going to shove as much in here as possible. I also want to put in storage for bolts. Can we do that? Bolt storage right here, bolt box, right dead center. This is, we need to get some more bolts for our archers, for sure. So I think I'm going to have somebody doing the bolt creation. I'm hoping that's just weaponsmithing, and maybe Stork can continue to get some skill from that. Alright, next up we'll take the next person in line. Kiffy, off you go. Up to the weight training, sir. We finally got biofuel researched, which is awesome. What were we missing on batteries? Electronics. Oh, that's right. Shoot, I forgot all about that. Electronics crafting. This is why I left ourselves some books, though. This is good. We need to do electrical crafting pretty soon. So I'm going to actually stick that above the list right now so that we start working on it. I don't know why this doesn't always click. Can I just not even move it? Like whatsoever? Is it witchcraft, guys? Am I just losing it? Maybe I'll drop down. I'll just cancel these prerequisite trainings. We'll get back to all of it. I don't know why it let me do that all of a sudden, and we'll add everything back here. Because these have already been paid, so I don't have to repay for all of the purchases here. It's so weird. I mean, like, maybe it has to be, like, perfectly lined up, or fit in the gap, like, right in the middle. That's fine. It eventually will get researched. No big deal. We do have electrical crafting queued up next. This will let us make electrical components, which I believe cost copper, which we have a good amount of copper right now. So we should not have any problems on production there. Hey guys, what's up? Are you trading with us? Or are you just kind of passing on through here? You're not going to be able to get out of here unless our walls are all super bugged. Oh, they're probably going to go up the road there. Little army of lambs. It's so damn cute. Oh my god, they're so cute. Oh, goodness. I can't even handle it, guys. Our batteries, or rather our wind power, is finally behaving and giving us quite a bit of wind energy. I'd like to get those batteries up and running to kind of help us through the times when the wind dies down. That will be a nice change of pace instead of always being starved for wind and power. What did I want to do over here? Didn't we want to upgrade the hemp farm one more notch? It's going to take us 10 more hemp, which we have. Let's go ahead and upgrade the hemp. We are going to have a wheat straw yield soon. These are both extra large wheat farms, though. We've got 50. On the next harvest, I'm actually going to go ahead and just do this now. I'm going to unpause this wheat straw farm. They'll put all the 50 into it, and then the next harvest they'll finish it off. Okay, I think this is a good point to stop. It's a bit of a shorter episode, but I've been having so much trouble with crashing. I really just want to make sure we can get this episode out and about. Hey, while I'm thinking of it, I'm also going to queue up the small farm to a medium on the cactus side of the house as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me as we continue to develop our home here. What do you guys think about a name for an outpost? I keep naming them overly dramatic things. Excuse me. We'll call it the Camp Hiccups. What are your suggestions for some names for our outpost? This is going to be, again, our theme is kind of this unyielding, unbroken. We are the unbroken faction. We have the unyielding squad. So what could this outpost be named? Go ahead and let me know in the comments what you think. And I think I'm just going to pick, go ahead and, if you guys like one of the other suggestions, just give them a thumbs up so that I can see who has who has a really good idea and what the community likes. Like and subscribe, guys. If you guys ever catch me asking you for a like and subscribe, please just execute me right there and then. I feel like that is the one biggest thing that drives me nuts on YouTube videos, because I feel like every single person knows how to like and subscribe a video, and by doing that, you only turn people off. So please, if I ever relapse someday and just lose my mind, feel free to call me out on it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Kenshi as we continue to expand our outpost to be determined, and our walls are doing good. Everyone's healthy. Beep is getting stronger, and he's going through Beep Sick training. I hate myself for that, but I'm so excited about it. I hope you guys are too, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.